welcome back to Phoenix Dreams and to the series on emotional intelligence. We've been talking about emotional intelligence in the past few videos, and we've understood the basic concepts, and we've talked about a few words. We've spoken about intelligence and memory, we've spoken about emotions and feelings, and understood the difference between these words. You also must have noticed me talk about thoughts and thinking. Now what I want you to do is ponder about these two words, thoughts and thinking, and think whether they mean the same or is there a difference. Now if you really think deeply, what you'll notice that though the words sound the same and you think that they mean more or less the same things, there is an inherent difference in the two, and that's what we will talk about in the initial part of this video today. Thoughts are the immediate result of a specific event. Thinking, on the other hand, is a more long-term belief or perspective that happens, that you have about that specific event or happening, and this happens due to repetitive similar occurrences of that event, leading to repetitive similar thoughts about that event, which creates your thinking on a long-term basis for that specific event. So to link it with what I've been saying earlier about emotions and feelings, what really happens is thoughts is something which happen immediately as a result of emotions that they feel physically in your body. Now, like we already talked about, emotions are the immediate response to any stimulus that happens. Now, thinking, on the other hand, happens from your thoughts. So you have your emotions, you have your thoughts, and then that leads to a more permanent thinking about that particular event, which is, on the other hand, arisen due to the feelings that you had after those thoughts, right? Confusing. So what we'll do is we will construct a pyramid, a sequential pyramid, and I'll show it to you first, and then we'll understand how exactly does this sequence work from the stimulus to what you in the end actually end up doing as part of your actions, right? So have a look at the pyramid first. So whenever there's a stimulus, the first thing that happens is an immediate bodily or physical emotion. These emotions, as I said, lead to thoughts. Again, there's a very small time gap between them. It's instant, immediately after the emotions. These thoughts create a specific thinking in your mind, which the thinking or the perspective makes you feel about the stimulus, whereas where you analyze, assimilate, understand, and have a specific feeling about the stimulus. So before feeling, your mind has gone through, your mind and body has gone through emotions, thoughts, and thinking, which in the end creates a feeling. So based on the combination of these four aspects, emotions, thoughts, thinking, and feelings, arises your behavior or behavioral pattern. Initially there is a behavior, which means you behave according to the four, the emotions, the thoughts, the thinking, and the feeling. You behave in a specific manner, which creates an action on your part. Now, like I said, if there is a repetitive stimulus, a repetitive thought, which creates a thinking and a feeling in your mind, it leads to a behavioral pattern. What is going to happen because of that is in the future, whenever that stimulus happens, the entire cycle does not get repeated. Your body and your mind is now hardwired. So your behavioral patterns are your hardwiring. Because it has happened so many number of times, you know that if this stimulus happens, this is the emotion that's going to follow it, that's the thought that's going to follow the emotion, this is what my thinking has been created based on what my emotions are and what my thoughts have been, this is how I'm going to feel about it, and that is why for this particular stimulus, this is my behavior and this is my action. So without really all of these happening, or these things happening, because of your hardwiring, your behavioral patterns and your actions happen automatically. So if you feel that in certain situations your behaviors and actions are not really beneficial, they aren't really creating positive outcomes, you try your best to change your behaviors and your actions. That's not how it works. What you really need to do is change the first four, and in the first order. And that is where emotional intelligence is significant, because that able to understand emotional intelligence helps you make a difference at the very beginning of the sequence. where you are able to impact your emotions, and automatically as the chain goes on, you impact your thoughts, your thinking, your feelings, and then is when you can modify your behaviors and your actions, right? So that rounds up the thinking or reasoning behind the significance of emotional intelligence. We'll also have a look at certain numerical data to understand why it is important in the subsequent videos. For now, that's all I have. If you have any questions and queries, if there is still some confusion you have the comment section, please use it. I'll be more than happy to reply and clarify your doubts, right? So that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your likes, shares and subscribes. Please continue doing that. If you like what you're watching, please share. Until next time.